Hey everyone! Ever wonder how software companies keep their code clean and efficient, especially when thousands of developers are working on the same project? Today, we're diving into a game-changing system called Code Quality Score, or CQS, developed by Meta to tackle this exact challenge. Let's break down how AI is revolutionizing code reviews and why this matters for software development everywhere. Here's the problem. Maintaining high-quality code in massive projects is like trying to keep a giant, ever-changing puzzle perfect. With so many people adding and changing code, issues like messy formatting, unclear logic, or hidden bugs can slip through. Traditionally, this has relied on human reviewers, experts who manually check each change. But that's time-consuming and error-prone. Enter CQS. This system uses advanced AI, specifically large language models like Meta's Llama 3, to automate parts of the code review process. Imagine having a super smart assistant that not only spots problems, but also explains how to fix them. But how does it work? CQS breaks the review process into 3 steps. First, it collects potential issues, like a detective gathering clues. Then it validates those issues to make sure they're real, not just AI hallucinations. Finally, it generates actionable feedback for developers. And here's the kicker. It's powered by 2 Llama 3 models, fine-tuned with special techniques to understand code best practices and provide meaningful critiques. But wait, how do you teach an AI to understand code? The team used a mix of supervised fine-tuning, like training with examples, and offline reinforcement learning, letting the model learn from feedback without constant human input. They also added handcrafted rules to filter out false positives, because even AI can get things wrong. The results? CQS isn't just theoretical. It's already helping over 5,000 Meta engineers. And here's the proof. It achieves a 60% user helpfulness rate week over week. That means developers find the feedback useful again and again. Plus, it's scalable, perfect for huge code bases where manual reviews would be impossible. What's really cool is how CQS adapts. As new frameworks or coding trends emerge, the system learns from developer feedback, improving over time. It's like giving your AI a feedback loop to stay sharp. And because it uses open-source models, it's flexible and cost-effective, no relying on closed systems. So why does this matter? Well, CQS isn't replacing human reviewers, it's augmenting them. It frees up senior engineers to focus on complex problems while giving junior developers instant, context-aware guidance. And as AI continues to evolve, systems like this could redefine how we build software, making code quality faster, smarter, and more accessible for everyone. Thanks for watching. If you're curious about how AI learns to spot bugs, or why it sometimes misses the big picture, let's pull back the curtain on that next. Ever wonder why your AI code reviewer sometimes acts like it's too picky, or misses the big picture? Let's dive into how these tools learn to spot bugs, and why they're getting better at catching errors without turning into overbearing critics. Imagine this, a developer types def calculate age, instead of calculate. The AI flags it as a typo, simple enough. But what about a sneaky bug like dividing by 0? The system can spot that risk too. But here's the tricky part, human feedback isn't always clear. A reviewer might say, this looks messy, leaving the developer confused. The AI's job? Turn that vague comment into something actionable, like, rename this function to match its purpose. So how does the AI learn to do this? Researchers train models using thousands of real code changes and reviews, like teaching a tutor to spot mistakes. Over time, the AI gets better at pointing out issues, kind of like a junior developer learning from a seasoned mentor. But here's the twist, even smart AI can struggle. Think of it like a student who's great at math, but trips over word problems. Researchers tested a model called a judge that evaluates code reviews. After training, it started agreeing more with human developers, 35 out of 38 times when there was a disagreement. The judge model would say, this isn't a real issue, while the original model thought it was. That's a big shift. The results? The AI's accuracy jumped from 56% to 62%, but it's still learning. For example, it started criticizing the exact things developers hate, like nitpicking incomplete documentation or tiny formatting quirks. But then there's the catch. Sometimes the AI misses the forest for the trees. Take this C++ example. The code uses a technique called placement new, which doesn't allocate memory but builds an object in place. The AI wrongly thought it was a memory leak. Or this one, a 3-line fetch operation repeated in multiple functions. The AI suggested extracting it into a helper function, but the code was designed that way intentionally. So AI code reviews aren't perfect, but they're getting smarter. They're learning to balance precision with practicality, helping developers catch real issues without drowning in unnecessary feedback. The next time you see an AI comment on your code, remember, it's not just a robot nitpicking. It's a tool shaped by human wisdom, growing smarter with every line of code it reviews. And that's making software safer, one typo, one logic flaw, one clever workaround at a time. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore how systems like CQS are shaping the future of software development, hit subscribe for more deep dives into AI's role in code quality. Until next time, keep coding, keep learning, and stay curious.